Good morning, folks. Today is August 30th, and the gingerbread man was caught and executed during the Battle of Montana, pushing towards Canadian enemy territory. May his soul rest in peace. More on the war efforts after the weather. Now to you, Tyler.
Thank you, Patisse. May his soul rest in peace. As we can see, there are 3 warm and cold fronts across the USA. One warm front is located in Washington, Oregon, and is pushing it into Montana and Idaho. The warm front most likely formed when the hot air over the ocean displaced the cold air in Montana and Oregon. This caused a cold front and formed clouds over the sky. So if you are in those areas, don't forget to bring a jacket because it's going to be cold, moist, and foggy. Next is the cold fronts. There's also 2 cold fronts in America. One is located in Nebraska, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and over the Great Lakes. This cold front formed when cold air from Canada passed over the Great Lakes and pushed up the warm air from the lakes. This warm air formed clouds in the sky, resulting in a lake effect snow. So if you are in Wisconsin and Michigan, you should be preparing for some snowy days ahead because it's going to be snowing and quite cold. Lastly, there is a cold front all along the eastern border. This cold front formed when from the high pressure system in Kentucky, pushing all the cold air away and into the warm air in the States. This caused a cold front there, and in the next coming weeks, you guys should prepare for rain. Now on to you, Michael, with the pressure systems.
So as we can see, there is a high pressure system in Southern California and in Kentucky right now. And these high pressure systems form when the warm air rises, leaving a low pressure system at the surface. The warm air system cools down and descends into the ground into a spiral motion, resulting in the high pressure system. Lastly, there is currently a low pressure system over South Dakota from the Canadian border. This is the reason for the cold front, as we can see in this area. A low pressure system is formed when the air collides and is blown upwards, leaving a low pressure system on the surface. Thank you, Tyler. Now on to you.
Thank you, Michael. As we can see, there's rain in San Francisco and parts of Sacramento, Mississippi, Alabama, and on the tip of Florida. There's also rain in Montana, the Dakotas, and all across the eastern border. Now on to Aiden with the war efforts.
Good morning, folks. It's a new day, August 31st, and the Canadians are now using bears and moose to push towards Helena, Montana to take control. More on that after the weather. Now to you, Tyler.
Thank you, Aiden. Hope the war effort gets done soon. As we can see, the warm front from yesterday has pushed into Montana and into Canada. This warm front formed when the hot air over the ocean displaced the cold air in Washington and Oregon. It continues to push into Montana and is creating cool, cold, and moist and foggy atmosphere in Montana and in the days to come. To follow up on yesterday's cold front that was in Nebraska, it has moved further into the Great Lakes and is heading towards Michigan. So, in the next couple of days, Michigan should be preparing for a lake effect snow. So, start preparing with sweaters, jackets. Start preparing with sweaters and jackets. Another follow-up on the cold front on the East Coast this time is that it has now shortened to range from Maine to North Carolina. This cold front still formed from the high pressure system that was in Kentucky and has now moved upwards. So yet again, expect some cloudy sky and some rain. Now on to Michael with the high pressure systems and the rain.
Thank you, Tyler. The high pressure system from yesterday from the Southern California has moved to the Four Corners. There's a high pressure system also currently over the state of New York, and this acts as the reason for the cold front that is occurring on that coast. The low pressure system from yesterday has moved over South Dakota and has moved into Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin, and will continue to move over towards Illinois and the Great Lakes. The precipitation currently is in Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin, which is great for the farming season, and up in the northeast, which is kind of by Maine and New York, and we still have rain occurring in the tip of Florida, and San Francisco. Back to you, Aiden, for the war efforts.